Even this stray dog decided to go to a shelter because the explosions are very loud. So, how does it feel to live in Kyiv, in the capital of freedom, in July 2026? Right. The sky of Kyiv is especially unfriendly. Yeah, this is our shelter. Are you surprised? Is it a Zhiguli? Who knows? Where is my expert? Where is my Zhiguli fan? Zhiguli, probably it's Zhiguli. Yeah, this is Kyiv. Kyiv can be very different, my dear friends. Hello everyone, greetings from the capital of freedom. In this video I will show you how we, ordinary residents of Kyiv, live in our city during the war. You may say, is it Kyiv? Yeah, it's Kyiv. I'm filming at Pochina metro station. Again, it's forbidden to film here, but you know I have my press card. So my dear friends, today is the 31st, no, my God, today is the 30th of July 2026, and last night, probably you know, the terrorist state Russia launched another massive attack at Ukraine. More than 70 ballistic missiles and about 300 Russian drones were launched, not only in Kyiv, this time not only in Kyiv, different cities of Ukraine suffered last night. You know, there is always like one story that can struck you the most, and today I was struck by the story from kievlive. So in one village not far from that place, from that city, a Russian missile killed the whole family. Okay, almost the whole family, a couple and their 7 kids. Can you imagine? 7 kids were killed. And one boy from that family spent last night not at home. So last night he wrote to the village community chat, my name is Matvey Voronov. Is there anyone who knows whether my family is alive? And someone wrote, my condolences, everyone has been killed. Can you imagine? Seven, his brothers and sisters, his parents, everyone was killed by the Russians last night. His house is destroyed completely and he is absolutely alone now. Oh, okay, calm down. So many cities of Ukraine suffered last night. For example, at 2 a.m. I got a message from my relatives in Vita, and they wrote that an Iskander missile landed close to their house, and the explosion was terribly loud. But I think Lviv, yeah, this time Lviv suffered the most because 2 blocks of flats were destroyed and some people are still under the rubble. And right now, let me see, it's 5:30 p.m. Yeah, and still some Lviv residents are trapped under the rubble. The 30th of July 2026, and right now Russians are attacking us. Tonight, the sky of Kyiv is especially unfriendly.
Зараз все добре. Справа. Де? Є.
Russian terrorists do know that we are short for missiles for our air defense systems, and that's why they're attacking us almost every night. And if we are short for these missiles for our patriots, who is helping us? Do you know the answer? The Ukrainian heroic pilots, yeah, last night they shot down most of the ballistic missiles. What can I say? Glory to the heroic Ukrainian pilots. Yeah, glory to all freedom fighters. These are our very angry birds, and they will bring justice and revenge. I think it is smiling right now.
От прогалина між посадкою. І зразу ж правіше від прогалини вона в кутку почала посадки.
By the way, last night one Russian missile landed in Poland, and the Poles heard the sounds of the air raid sirens. Right now we are having a little bit strained relationship with Poland, and okay, I don't want to comment on this. Partially I'm Polish, yeah, my granny was half Polish, so I don't like all these stories when Ukrainian refugees are being insulted in Poland. Okay, maybe, so I don't want to talk about this. As for our news from Kyiv, okay, from Ukraine, I don't want to, oh my God, so many toys. What does it mean? I think this is the epitome of this war, this picture. So, my dear friends, as for Zelensky, I don't want to criticize Zelensky, but he has made many mistakes, and I think he is making one right now, because tomorrow on Friday, oh my God, the sun is shining. Yeah, This is Kyiv, my dear friends. This is Kyiv. So tomorrow, on Friday, on the 31st of July, there will be a huge protest against Zelensky's decision, because probably you know, the protests have been taking place in Kyiv and other cities of Ukraine for many days now, and protesters are demanding the former Minister of Defense Mikhailo Fedorov to reinstate his post, his position, but Zelensky doesn't want him to do this. So tomorrow we will have a huge protest, and okay, I will tell you one story. 2 or 3 days ago, all the media wrote that Iran would launch several ballistic missiles at Ukraine as an act of retaliation. Am I pronouncing this word correctly? So as an act of retaliation, because Ukrainians had hit the Iranian ship. Okay, I wrote that piece on news and I thought, like, great, Russian missiles are not enough, let's add some Iranian missiles. But that story reminded me about another mistake Zelensky made many years ago. Okay, many years ago, in 2022, because all Ukrainians. So then there were. Sorry, I'm rambling as always. Then there were like negotiations, some diplomatic talks, and both sides, Iran and Ukraine, decided this conflict not to be escalated, and Iran demanded some compensations for their ship. And then all Ukrainians wrote in the comments like, doesn't Iran want to compensate the Ukrainian Boeing? I'm not sure whether you know this story. Maybe you've heard that in 2020, in January 2020, the Iranian air defense, hit the commercial Ukrainian Boeing. I think actually I wanted to show you something, but I am staying at this spot because of the sun. So and there were 176 people on the board and 9 members of the crew, and all these people died immediately because Iran launched two missiles at this commercial Boeing. For 3 days, Iran denied that there was their fault, and only in 3 days they stated like, yeah, it happened because due to human error. So no compensations have been paid to the family members of those poor people who died. But this story is not about money. This story about Zelensky. So Zelensky like provoked controversy, some conflict, I would say a scandal among Ukrainians, because what did he do? He rewarded all the crew members, 9 people, with the highest Ukrainian award, the Hero of Ukraine. Some long-standing members of our Never Give Up community remember. Maybe I repeat this fact too often, but my husband, he was a pilot, and he was awarded the highest award in Ukraine, the Hero of Ukraine. But this award is given for some heroic deeds, for some heroic actions. So all Ukrainians started asking like, yes, it was a real tragedy. Any loss of life is a tragedy. But what did those people, 3 pilots and 6 flight attendants, do to be given the highest reward, the highest title in Ukraine? And okay, I will tell you. I wanted to say funny, a strange story. Once I asked ChatGPT. Yeah, I asked ChatGPT. I wrote like, what did Zelensky awarded the highest title of Ukraine to the crew members of that Boeing? And ChatGPT responded, I have checked that president's decree, but I couldn't find any reason for these people to be given this award. Maybe I think it was, let me cite it correctly, sometimes ChatGPT is very smart. Maybe it was a kind of symbolic act of a politician beginner. Yeah, it happened in 2020, of a politician beginner who wants to please everyone and to be loved by everyone. Yeah, all actors love to be loved. That is not a criticism. But the problem is that I knew one. I knew the co-pilot personally. He was a close friend of my husband. So what happened? My husband was a pilot at the Air Forces of Ukraine, and you know, at that time, all pilots, all the military were getting like pittance, like small, very small, tiny salary. And that friend of him fired from the armed forces of Ukraine, and he became a pilot at the commercial airlines. At that time, an average salary was about $8,000-10,000. So my husband earned like $400-500. This topic is not about money, but so that you understand how people perceived that act of Zelensky, why so many people wrote and said that he had made a huge mistake. That pilot was. So what was their heroic deed? They were just on board. They were operating that plane, that Boeing, and then Iran just shot them down. And now all of them, 9 people, are heroes of Ukraine. My God, I came. It's crazy. I came to Pachina metro station. Yes, with my press card. to show you all the devastation caused by the Russians. And again, I'm talking about my husband, about pilots. Yeah, it's bad when you have no script and no plan. Okay, so this video will be, I will call it like Zelensky is making mistakes. I don't know. Okay. No script means no script. One day I will have a script. My dear friends, that's all. I had so many stories, but it's time to go to the metro. By the way, in terms of metro, today we have set another record. 56,000 of Kievan residents spent last night in the metro. You may ask, where did the rest of the residents of Kiev, I mean 3 million of people, spent there that night? We were sitting at home and we were praying, as always, you know. Yeah, we were praying. So, as always, I will show you everything. How did you spend last night? Okay, I don't want this video to be very negative, and in this video I decided to show you my pets, you know, my celebrities, Richie and Tosik from Ukraine. They have their own YouTube channel run by my kids. When we are warned about upcoming missile attacks, my neighbor Aunt Tanya and her new family member Jorik come to our place, and we spent several hours together. It's not so scary when you are surrounded by your friends. So I will show you how we celebrated Richik's birthday, and how I will share all our anti-stress techniques. You may say, you are crazy, you are a crazy blonde, you are filming all this destruction, and you are talking about how you were celebrating your pet's birthday. You know, my dear friends, life is too short. I have no idea. Maybe tomorrow a Russian missile will take my life. So let's live to the fullest, and let's celebrate our pet's birthday. Let's be positive and I don't know what to say, and never give up, my dear friends. You remember, our religion is justice and revenge. Justice and revenge. Richie again. My dear friends, Richie is celebrating his birthday today, and Russians are attacking us all day long. All day long, Russians are launching their ballistic missiles at Kyiv. Що, не так ти день народження уявляв, да? Happy birthday, Richie. Poor Richie. Richie is very sad. Це все русня. Русня зіпсувала день народження, да? Richie. Річі, з днем народження. Happy birthday, Річі. Стільки подарунків. So many gifts, да? Що таке? Are you sad? I'm also sad on my birthday, Richie. All people, for some reason, are sad on their birthdays. Richie. You are a mature man. You are 3 years old. Don't be crying, Richie. A birthday boy. You know, my dear friends, I have a theory. Tosik was born during the war, so he thinks that all these explosions, like, can be part of a normal life. Тусик, що це таке? But this theory can't be applied to our poor Richie. Richie spent another sleepless night because of the Russians. And Tosik doesn't care as always. Tosik, what is your secret? What is your superpower? Poor Richie.
Жора. Жора. А, он на Ричика смотрит. Чтоб Ричик еще не подкрался.
Ось таке день народження, а їсти нема що. Жорик.
Он на Ричика смотрит.
Страшно. Плачет. Угу. Знову русня такої, да? Жорик. Жорик.
Все прячутся.
Що? Русня знову ракета, да? Що нам робити? Куди нам бігти? Нема нам куди бігти. Залишаємось вдома. Thank you for watching. Pray for Ukraine. And goodbye. And never, never, never give up. So, my dear friends, this is our answer to the Russians who decided to spoil everything. Even Ukrainian pets know about justice and revenge.
There can't be no light if darkness don't exist. He never left my side. He showed me the way. Out of all the storms raging at the sea, He gave me back my life.